Lost in the dark. It's not a good day to be a bad guy.
What's up, metalheads? This is Wayne.
And Michelle.
And we are from the Michigan UFO Sightings and Paranormal Encounters podcast. And you are listening to
Burton and Aaron on the Lost in the Dark podcast.
Raise your horns.
Welcome back, Crypt Pro! And thank you so much for joining us on this episode of Lost in the Bog podcast. This is another crossover with our brothers from the Bog Talk podcast, our brothers from Bog Wraith, Alex and Mike, that do that podcast over there. Now, disclaimer, when we recorded this, I forgot to bring my equipment. I forgot how we had things set up last time, blah, 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 blah. Regardless, as it turns out, this is an audio-only episode, so I apologize for that. There's no video on this one, but trust me, it is a fucking awesome conversation. What this podcast is all four of us went to see The Batman, the new Batman movie, and then we came home and we hit record and just threw up all of our thoughts, all of our initial raw thoughts on the film. Again, this one is audio only, and I apologize for that. But hey, it's the art of the podcast. It's the way it goes sometimes. And we always have an amazing time with our brothers from the Bog Talk podcast and Bog Wraith. These are some of our best friends in the world. So it's an amazing episode, and I hope you all enjoy our discussion on 2022's The Batman. I think we're really getting to some good shit on this one. But without further ado, let's get into some quick at the top shout outs. I got a couple fucking shows that I want to shout out here. Of course, number one is going to be Michigan Metal Fest, happening at the Layla Auditorium in Battle Creek, Michigan on Saturday, August 13th. I mean, we're talking, they got beer tents, 30 plus bands, 3 stages, fucking on-site parking, like the whole nine. All right. And we got, I'm just going to read off some of the ones that I'm not going to read to everyone. This is such an insane list. Coffin Talk, Throne, Son of Scala, Ritualist, Ghosts in Motion, Tyrant. Fuck yeah, Tyrant, Gator Pit, Fwar, which is a Gwar cover band, Casket Robbery. Oh my god, I can't wait to see Casket Robbery. Let It Rot, Redefine the Coursing, Mantra of Matra, and then of course we got Beyond Threshold, Filth, Raven Black, Heartsick, I Set My Friends on Fire, Green Jelly, Our Family. In the Convalescence will, of course, be gracing that stage again. And right now, additional headliner to be announced, but right now the current headliner is Attila. So that's going to be, it's the return of Michigan Metal Fest, everyone. It's going to be fucking insane. And the other show that I want to give a shout out to right now is another show I will be attending just a few days after, literally 1 week after the Michigan Metal Fest, Saturday, August 20th. At the Main Street Bar and Grill, we got the Toledo in Toledo, Ohio. We got the Toledo Death Fest, motherfuckers. We got, oh my god, Cerebral Cortex, Phil Spewer, Casket Robbery, Jesus Christ, War, Matriarchs, Spirit Breaker, Death Hex, Hunt the Dinosaur, Filth. I can't even read that one. The Convalescence, all headlined by Signs of the Swarm. It's going to be a fucking madhouse, and I cannot fucking wait. This will be my first time attending Toledo Death Fest, and I cannot fucking wait. It's going to be fucking amazing. So everyone, be sure to check out all things Toledo Death Fest and Michigan Metal Fest. And then, as always, without further ado, a couple quick podcast shout outs. We got our brothers from Wisconsin and Reflection of Flesh, the Dipping Milk in Cookies podcast, hosted by Garrett the Cookie Commander Smith and Mike the Master Milker Segovia. join these two best friends as they try to figure out this thing we call life using friends, guests, and microphones. They do an amazing job every episode. And and actually, now that I think about it, they have a new podcast Garrett does that I want to shout out. Studio DMC presents Along the Ride. Along the Ride is a new podcast hosted by Garrett, where he talks to musicians while they're out there on tour, people they're touring with and playing with and shit like that. And it's fucking outstanding. So be sure to check out all things Dipping Milk in Cookies and Along the Ride podcast presented by DMIC Studios. Last but never ever least, you heard them. You always hear them at the top of every single one of our episodes. They did an amazing read for us. The Michigan UFO Sightings and Paranormal Encounters podcast. Join your hosts, Wayne and Michelle, coming to you from the glacial dumping grounds known as the Michigan Basin. Wayne and Michelle are a Michigan-based husband and wife educator and podcasting duo that examine UFOs and other paranormal topics within Michigan and beyond. Topics include the UFOs, the paranormal, conspiracy theories, ghosts, alternative history, the Michigan Dogman, Bigfoot, cryptids, and all things strange and paranormal. And that show, for me, at least as a fan, is a gift that keeps giving. Of course, we've done crossover episodes. We've been on each other's podcasts. We have an amazing relationship, and it is hands down one of these are some of my favorite people I've ever met from doing this podcast. So everybody, be sure to check out all things Michigan UFO Sightings and Paranormal Encounters podcast, because every time they release an episode, I find new shit, new rabbit holes to go down. And so it's just the gift that keeps on giving every single time. Cannot ever express my love for them enough. So everybody be sure to check out Michigan Metal Fest, Toledo Death Fest, Dipping Milk and Cookies podcast, Along the Ride podcast, and Michigan UFO Sightings and Paranormal Encounters podcast. And without further ado, let's get into this episode. How do I intro this? It's the Batman. I mean, what's black and blue and dead all over you, right? Like that's the big line from this one, right? But let's go all the way back to the Dark Knight. And quote Heath Ledger's Joker. Everyone, I love you all. I hope you enjoy. But here we go.
And hot mic.
Hot mic.
Oh, yeah.
You're being very, very forward with yourself, huh?
Well, I'm feeling very good about myself. I'm sitting here half naked in front of you guys. So, let's roll, guys. Let's roll.
Hell yeah. So,
Thank
God.
Somebody want to introduce us to the show first, or we're gonna?
You know what? No. We're not doing an intro this time.
Welcome back, everybody. This is a very special episode of Lost in the Bog.
Woo!
Oh yeah.
We are here.
Very
What up?
special indeed.
Yeah, we finally got ourselves together and went and watched The Batman
I
last
also didn't
night.
say welcome, but yes.
We're fucked. So, well, you said it there, so we're gonna count it. Fuck, this is all messed up.
I had to put it in there, dude. For the Batman, I gotta say welcome.
You gotta.
Welcome.
So yeah, I'm here. It's Mike and Alex. We're sitting here with Aaron and BJ. We're ready to fucking talk about this 3-hour epic.
It's insane.
A Batman movie.
7 meets fucking Batman.
Yeah, literally.
Yeah, it's like 7 Zodiac.
Yep.
God, I want to just like
Memento.
mash so many different things
In some ways.
Yeah.
Now finding out like the unraveling the past thing. Fuck it. Yeah.
So
there's a lot to unpack about this movie, and it's really good.
Really
I'm
good.
just gonna say that right off the bat.
I mean,
fucking liked it a lot. There's a little grievances here and there.
Oh,
that you can
absolutely.
totally
I mean,
pick
so-
apart until the vultures come, but
It was Matt Reeves, right? Directed this one.
Yes.
Pulled out all the stops, man. I think one of my biggest issues with Batman movies has always been that we need to re-examine Batman's origin scene every single time.
Exactly. One of the first things I was going to say is the one thing I think it's funny that we all agree on is that we're very happy about certain things that they didn't show us, like that being one of them.
Yeah,
real.
like so
No
right out the
pearls.
bat at the beginning, we get rich family being spied on
Mm-hmm.
through a fucking window. There's a rich guy, little kid in a ninja costume, and you're like, I'm not gonna lie. As soon as I saw it, I was like,
You know,
fuck.
I thought
here
that
we
Yep.
he was
go,
in a
dude.
Zorro costume.
It was red.
Yeah, but Zorro wears red, and this is like the underneath
Does he?
of the black and stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
This
that's
is, like,
right.
undertone. But they also called him Zorro
Yeah, they
later
called
on
him
in
Zorro,
the movie,
yeah.
so they
Yeah.
kept the Zorro in
Yeah.
there, thankfully.
But yeah, so like the movie sets you up to think
Yeah.
that you're about to see like the Waynes being stalked, and like I groaned a little bit. I was like, "Fuck, here we go again." But it was another rich white dude gets fucking
It
burnt.
was a little sleight of hand there.
Now, the beautiful thing, I love the Batman character, and I'm still someday going to break up with the Dark Knight trilogy via podcast.
Break up.
That's the only way I can describe what I have written so far is like it's not you, it's me. Letter to Christopher Nolan. It's like it's a Dear John letter, straight up.
I'm glad you
I'm
said
here
it.
for it.
'Cause, yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna be a rough one, but this movie brought me back into liking the character of the Batman a little bit more. With the fact that we didn't have the Thomas and Martha Wayne scene, we didn't have to see those fucking pearls clatter on the fucking street again. No artsy shot of them wrapped around the gun. Zack Snyder,
I know, right? The cheesiest fucking shit ever.
so bad.
And people are like, restore the Snyderverse. Nah, dude, I'm okay with how the DC movies have been going lately. Thank you.
We gave him a 3-hour chance,
Yeah,
Yeah,
and it still was like,
it was still
Wasn't
like
it 4?
a C+.
for whatever,
it
3
was
or
like
4.
the Snyder Cut.
Yeah, it was like
4
4.
hours.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Either way.
it was still
And-
like a C+ though.
Yeah.
Like it was a good movie.
I liked it more than
Yeah.
the first one. Yeah.
Oh yeah, definitely.
But-
by far, the first one was a fucking failure, straight up.
Straight up.
Yeah.
I got up to go. I remember going and seeing Justice League in theaters with my parents, and there's the part when Clark starts talking about like what's right and Batman's wrong and blah blah blah. Then I was like, I just don't care, and I got up to go use the bathroom. And when I went into the bathroom, there was another guy from my theater walking in right behind me. He goes, "You couldn't listen to that shit either." I went, "Fuck no, dude! I'm so goddamn sick of fucking Clark's self-righteous bullshit, dude. I'm beyond done watching Superman movies, even if it's Henry Cavill. But I'm so sick of Superman." But that's not what we're talking about. We're talking about Batman.
That's really funny that you say that though, because like I'm like super warming up to Superman now, because of Superman and Lois, that show. Really good Superman show. And like,
I haven't seen it
I
yet.
also am totally a Man of Steel apologist, but like
I like Man of
There
Steel.
it is.
it's a better movie than people give it credit for.
I will say it's a
that.
better. I will agree with you there. It's a better movie than people give it credit for, but it is still a fucking Superman movie.
Yeah,
And I just
it's better than Superman Returns by a mile.
Oh yeah, yeah, that's for sure.
wait the
One where wasn't it Kevin Spacey is Lex Luthor in that one?
yeah. Oh well, yeah, dude. And
That
like
one was terrible.
though, I did enjoy the one thing about it where his kid was like genetically deformed because he's a fucking alien, and his alien DNA would not combine properly.
I don't even remember that part.
His kid was like sickly growing up until he came into his Kryptonian powers. They talked about it in like the beginning of the movie, how he was like really sickly growing up, and like it's
I don't remember that.
you know that was the only part of that movie that I was like, finally we're talking about it. He's a fucking alien.
I thought you were gonna say the plane falling out of the sky scene, because that was pretty sick.
No, yeah, it's another. Oh look, baseball and Superman, fucking America.
Yeah, literally, that's exactly word for word what they said in the boardroom. They were fucking devising that scene.
Yeah, that writer's room was just
Baseball, America.
yeah. During the writing, some guy just pulled out 6-shooter and started firing him into the ceiling. Oh my God, Bill! Settle down. Man.
Drive the point home.
Fucking Dwight Schrute.
Oh man.
But so yeah, this movie starts out with a fucking brutal murder.
This movie is as close to a horror movie that you could possibly have gotten with a PG-13 rating on a Batman movie.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I was kind of surprised with that.
That
So much they
first
were able to
kill,
show.
I instantly went, there's like a 5-year-old
Yeah.
sitting 2
Right.
rows behind me, bro.
Yeah.
What the fuck? Like,
There was
Right.
that group of people that
Yeah.
came in about 20 minutes late. Did you hear him bitching
Quite a few, yeah.
Quite a few times.
Yeah.
They were like, oh my God, I thought this was a kid's movie. First off, motherfucker, you can look at the fucking poster and be like, I might want to do a little bit of research. Or you can go to the fucking MPAA rating where it says extreme violence, intense situations. Like, this is not a Batman movie for kids. You can't. The guy's face is wrapped in fucking saran wrap. Okay? If that doesn't tell you all you need to know to not bring your fucking 8-year-old to this movie, and they're sitting behind us the whole time, like, I was just like, and then there was that fucking kid in the front row kept getting on their fucking cell phone.
Yeah, bro.
I didn't see that.
I crop dusted it when I went for popcorn. I felt good about that.
It bothered me more than it should have, because like I instantly was like pulled out of the experience of the movie. I was
Right.
like, oh shit, there's a light.
What
the fuck is that?
I always hate when there's just those tiny things that you see that you pick up on. You're like, it takes me out, and then you try to like, and you know, ignore it, get back into it, which eventually you do, because it just like the light shut off or whatever. But then it happened like 2 or 3 times. You're like,
But this movie was good enough to forgive.
To fight through
I was
it.
able to get right back into it.
Yeah.
Like, it never really slows down. I'll say.
No.
When I did get up to go for
Love the
popcorn
setup of
was
the
the Batman and Catwoman when they were talking.
Okay.
Because I was pretty sure nothing plot wise was going to develop. Because
Right.
we already went over Catwoman's in it to save her girlfriend.
Okay. So I think I remember what you're talking about. Yeah.
It's when they first start having that like sunset conversation.
Yes.
On the
Okay.
rooftop.
just before the car, just for the Batmobile thing.
When I came back into the theater as like the gunshot started at that, I was like, okay, there we go.
Yeah, and fucking Penguin was kicking his ass out, being like, "You think you can come for my money? Come for my money, vengeance! What's up?" I love the fact that they just nicknamed him Vengeance.
I did too.
And there's my first example that I was talking about before we started recording. Through the movie, people keep referring to him as Vengeance.
Yeah.
In the first scene where we get real Batman action, not the 5 minutes of Rorschach scene leading up to it, which
The 5 minutes of actual murder.
Good point.
I'm talking the 5 minutes of him walking through
I am the shadow.
the streets run red with blood, and when the gutters fill over, they'll look up and wrong movie, sorry.
Yeah, dude, that shit kind of worked for me, just because I loved the fact that like it showed that like criminals would see the bat signal and know that he was patrolling at that time. Oh shit! If I get caught by that cycle, I'm gonna get my shit rocked.
That was some top tier Matt Reeves shooting right there of setting up 4 different scenes where Batman could come from any shadow.
Yeah.
And you don't know which one he's gonna come from. You don't know. You as the person don't know where Batman's gonna come from. So when there's that one, the dude drops a spray paint can and rolls into the shadow and he fucking just runs.
Yeah.
And I thought for sure he was coming out right there. But then he comes out and he stops the gang of dudes in corpse paint.
With one of them, the one that was all meek and not wanting to assault people, being Tim Drake from the newest season of Titans.
Oh shit, that's right. Yeah.
Does that?
No, it does. He got cast in the Batman randomly, basically.
Okay, so he wasn't Tim Drake.
No, he's not actually Tim Drake in the movie, but like he plays Tim Drake in the show Titans, which is really really funny.
Okay. I thought he looked familiar, and now hearing that, I hope for a second maybe they were gonna like loop that in and have that, but they really couldn't because Ian Glenn, I think, was the wasted, fantastic Bruce Wayne.
I mean, he did all right.
Oh, he did. No, he did great. He did great as Bruce Wayne. And that's one of my things with Batman. You have to be able to do both characters.
Right.
Which we never got to see Ian Glenn do a Batman properly, so I can't judge him on that. But his Bruce Wayne was really good.
That's fair.
Same way I feel, in all honesty,
we didn't get a lot of Pattinson.
We did not
Wayne.
get a Pattinson Bruce Wayne in this.
No.
No, he was Batman even when he was Bruce Wayne, and you could tell because he was like, "Fuck being Bruce Wayne. I don't like being Bruce Wayne." And I think that's what the second one's going to be about: is him learning that he can be a lot more lucrative if he's also working the role of Bruce Wayne while he's doing Batman stuff.
Oh yeah, the mayor talking to him about how like you're not doing enough, you could do more. That did get to him, and then he saves that mayor, and like you know, I think they definitely set it up that they could do another one, but honestly, I don't think they need to.
I don't think.
I think they could just close the door on this, but I also do
just leave it alone.
What Penguin does.
Well, we're gonna find that out whether we get a sequel or not.
I'll tell you
They're
what
getting the
Penguin
show.
does.
Yeah,
Really?
he's getting his own limited HBO run.
That's kind of cool.
Yeah.
Same with the Arkham series. That they're
That's
gonna do.
another.
Well,
another
that's-
thing with this movie. I did not see Colin Farrell on screen once.
No,
Yeah.
that
Oh,
was
yeah,
so
I
good.
didn't either.
Oswald Cobblepot legitimately was on screen.
Like
Yeah.
when I saw
Yeah.
when Andy Serkis was on screen, I saw Andy Serkis playing the role of Alfred.
Yep.
Pattinson was almost Batman the whole time.
There was more Batman screen
There
time
was-
in this than any other movie
Yeah.
ever.
Easily.
Like,
And even like the times that he had the mask off with the running makeup, he still sold it for me as Batman.
Mm-hmm.
But Colin Farrell, and I'm not just talking prosthetics to make
Dude,
him
it
look
was-
like he did.
They were
His
really good
performance
prosthetics, though.
was
Yeah.
fucking
Yeah.
top tier.
His
Yeah.
personality was so fucking like
It's
big
that
city
scene-
crime man.
Yeah.
You know? Like,
Yeah.
It's that scene when he starts yelling at Batman when they're first talking in the office because he's just talking to Batman as Batman, and they're like exchanging information, and then they start arguing, and there's that like quick confrontation where Farrell's Penguin's temper just flares up real quick. Then I was like, whoa, like that's a fucking fantastic Penguin. That's the Penguin I remember. The
Yeah.
fucking drop of a hat anger.
Yeah.
Love that.
really
the scene where they're like interrogating him because they think he's the Rata Alata, where they're like going back and forth, and he's like, "What are you showing me?" or whatever. Like, I loved that. And then of course they have his feet tied up, so he has to
Yes.
waddle like a penguin.
If I ever get to meet Matt Reeves, I will shake his hand until his security comes over for making the penguin waddle on screen.
That was pretty
That was
good.
So good.
Yeah.
That was pretty good.
I also love the fact that he's like, you two are quite the duo, or the duet.
Yeah,
That shit
we're gonna
was
start
really
harmonizing.
World's greatest detective.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they actually dropped that line. That was a great
This
great
movie
reference.
they did fan service perfectly.
Yeah, they did a lot of lip service.
There was
for sure.
there was that. There was the part that you and I both like viscerally reacted to
Yeah.
when Riddler said hush, and I was like, I was like, no fucking way they said it. Like
Yeah.
there was that. There was
Hell,
the
the
Eye of
fucking-
Vengeance. Oh, I got
the
so off
kid
there.
seeing that his dad got murdered and Bruce like having a instant like connection with the loss that he felt. Like that was also like that kind of thing where it's like he's gonna see that in other kids
And
because
then-
of what he does,
and then,
he's
like-
gonna find Dick Grayson one of these days,
Right.
Hopefully,
And then
I really
later-
hope we get Dick Grayson in this bitch.
And then later in the next scene, that same thing is reflected when Alfred sees the kid on the tape, and you can tell he sees Bruce. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Alfred knows exactly why Bruce was
Yes.
doing that. He's like,
Yeah. Exactly.
he's
So
seeing
good.
Exactly what he's fighting against. You know,
Yeah,
fucking
so-
the loss.
That was like a 15-minute sidetrack here. What I was saying though with that I Am Vengeance thing. So when they finally when they have the scene where he beats up the gang in corpse paint, which was fucking great, just super well shot.
Yeah, I love that there's just random gangs walking around already gooning like a fucking Gotham
Yeah.
City gang.
And he fucking wails on these dudes, but when he comes up, they were going to film the new guy, the skittish guy with only the half paint on, punching the guy. So they were filming, and the guy's still filming. He's like, "What are you supposed to be?" He does a "I am vengeance," and then
He
proceeds
beats
to
the
beat the
shit
shit
out
out of him. The guy with the phone runs away, and then for the rest of the movie, everyone keeps calling Batman Vengeance. That means
Oh.
posted that video and it went viral, and everyone started making fun of him. Calling him Vengeance wasn't like a cool thing. They were picking on Batman.
Right, because they already know his name is Batman.
Yeah, they know him as Batman. They know him as the Bat or like anything, but they just keep being like, "Hey," that's why he's like, "All right, Vengeance." Like and then she refers to him as Vengeance as like, "Oh, that's cute. Like you're so broody." Like, "Ooh, I am Vengeance," and he like
And then she falls in love with him instantly with like zero character progression.
that was a
Huh.
downside to the movie for me, but.
I don't really.
Yeah,
I don't know if
the
she
whole,
fell in
like,
love with
that to
him.
me, and that shows to me that
There was
there's
definitely something. I mean, she even
But
did
that's-
the run away with me.
But that's those two characters. That's
Yeah.
like Black Cat and Spider-Man. You know, there's
Right,
always
exactly.
going to be that like
Like,
sexual tension, but they never actually do anything about it.
Right, exactly. They have
Yeah.
the "what if we did"
Yeah,
kind of relationship, and like I feel like there's definitely a love between the two.
There's
because,
a
like,
love there, but they will also eventually always end up on either side. You know what I mean?
Yeah, she's a free agent. She
Yeah.
doesn't play either side really.
Right.
Well, she plays either side, but
Well, yeah,
she,
yeah,
like,
yeah, yeah.
Gets paid by either side, really. She follows the money.
That's-
And she's got a bag full of money. That's why she ran off.
Now, going back to that initial fight scene with the gang, this is all, like right before we get there is the first time we hear this fucking amazing score. Like to me, the music is part of what made this movie, and that fucking check it because I don't know offhand. But that Batman, and then you start hearing his boots coming down, and then the dun dun dun.
And the anticipation.
They
real hard.
exactly, dude. Between the boots and the music, they made Batman almost like a fucking a Darth Vader character.
They presented him as
Marco
a force.
Giacchino?
Yes.
Giacchino?
Who?
Michael fuck, can't pronounce his last name. Giacchino? Yeah,
Giacchino?
that's the same guy who did Star Trek.
Oh, nice.
He's got a way with character.
No, I just thought that Batman, every time he shows up and they dun 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 dun, that's like a fucking almost like a cross between Imperial March and the Jaws.
It was there were the first 3 notes were the same as the Imperial March.
So there you go.
I listened to it again this morning and I was like, yeah, that's why it felt so cool.
Yeah,
wanted it to be
exactly.
daunting.
Yeah, and they did it so well.
When his Batman's on screen, you always feel like, I mean, he's in control of the room, no matter what.
Dude, right?
Yeah.
When he walks into the crime scene for like when they finally track him down and get him to the fucking first murder, you can just tell that all of those cops are super intimidated by the fact that this psycho is even like walking with them at this fucking place.
Yeah.
They're like, what the
that's
fuck
where
is
we
going on
meet-
right now. This is like big.
Also, the first of too many silly voiced cops in this movie.
Dude, the cops in this
Silly
movie-
voiced guy, dude.
The New
What are you
Yorkers.
doing to me, Jim?
Yeah.
Why are you gonna bring this guy in here like this? You're
fuck
gonna
you
come up
doing?
and you're gonna bring this psycho into my crime scene? What about chain of evidence? And I was like looking at Aaron like, what the
Why?
fuck is this?
It was a
Like,
very.
is he supposed to be funny? And then the other guy comes like,
Bruce Wayne, what are you doing here?
Yeah.
There's a bunch of wise guys. Everybody's.
Everybody's got an opinion.
what the fuck is this?
Because they were probably told it's a crime movie, you know, like pull
That-
it out, you know, pull off the stops. You in a big city, you know,
And
gabagool.
I
Gabagool.
did notice also, this Gotham was definitely more New York
Yeah.
than
I-
it was Chicago.
I thought it was a little more Chicago, honestly, but then
I don't-
again,
I
it's
f-
not as Chicago as the Dark Knight trilogy because that just was
Who
Chicago.
was I talking to? Shit, I was just talking to somebody the other day, and they looked up the filming locations for it because it wasn't. It was a lot of it was filmed in Chicago, actually.
Really?
Yeah, and Chicago and like 1 or 2 other places.
I will say the big
Can't remember.
center shot when he starts walking down Gotham in the beginning, that was just Times Square.
I also loved the architecture of Wayne Manor. We don't see it very much.
Nope.
But
But it looks like a gothic.
so
Western.
gothic, dude. It's so gothic. I loved it. I was like, that is fucking.
Well, that was Wayne
wait,
Tower.
that was-
We
yeah.
don't-
We never
you
saw
don't-
Wayne Manor.
We see Wayne Manor for about 3 minutes when he goes there because
It's
when
like
he sees the
old
video.
and abandoned,
When there's
isn't it?
it's old and abandoned and they
Well, I thought that was the orphanage.
yeah, but Wayne Manor was converted into the orphanage after the death of the Waynes.
So Bruce doesn't have a manor?
No.
I think he's just been
He
living
just
in a
has
cave.
he has Wayne. Well, he has Wayne Tower, and beneath it is where his Batcave is. Which his
The one
Batcave.
Batcave.
I love this version of the Batcave.
It's just
where
an
it's
old
just
shut down
and it-
subway.
yeah.
system.
and it's just a bunch of stuff.
Yeah.
He's got boxes and boxes of stuff that I can definitely see him year one Batman style. Like, man, I might need this.
Yeah. I mean, there was a lot
Yeah, I'll
of.
bring it down here. What is this? Just a case of grenades? I'll figure out something for him. Batman uses these.
I thought it was brilliant that before, like, he first gets to the cave, and you can see the Batmobile, but it's covered up. And then there's a little while later, there's a bunch of like cutscenes that like surprised me at first, but then in the Batcave, one of the next times he's in the Batcave, it's like they lead you back into it by showing shit that's on the table, and it's all car parts, like a drive shaft and stuff.
Yeah.
Like, so he's clearly still assembling it. Alfred walks by this giant ass engine, and then like a couple scenes later, we get that that car scene.
That fucking badass
But-
Batmobile.
But also, that is a major point. Is this is way less a superhero movie, more of a mystery detective movie.
Yeah.
It's a
Horror,
noir
even
movie with
noir.
with
Yep.
a
Yeah.
horror, like element to it.
Yeah, noir horror is how I would put this.
Yeah.
That was kind of my favorite part of it. Is just how like it had a weight to it. Like it all just felt super heavy when you were watching through. Like it just kind of left you with it. Like as it went on, it got a little bit more. Not that like once things started to kind of piece together and everything. But
There was an air of cartooniness to it, but
Got-
like
yeah.
in a certain way that like kind of helped the extravagancy of it rather than
Yeah.
being like a funny thing.
Bubbly water wasn't bubbly.
One thing.
You mean it's just water?
That one was, and it tasted bad. So,
One thing I fucking loved about this is, one of my favorite things Marvel ever did was Daredevil on Netflix.
yes.
And especially the first season. But it's what I love about that season is, he doesn't have his armor yet, but so like you kind of like see him get tired and beat up, and like it feels a lot more real. And in this, I like the scene where he fucking glide suits and fucks it up. I'm like, yes,
That was so
like,
good.
He literally turned
Dude.
himself into bat soup.
Yeah, it was so good to see him like fuck up and like get up and like,
He just kind of hobbles off like
into the darkness.
that was very like Spider-Man 3.
Yeah.
Like tries to use the web stuff and
Yeah, I was
Had a web block.
yeah.
I was a real big fan of like him still figuring stuff out.
Exactly.
Yeah, dude. Oh my god. The most unintentionally funny part of this entire fucking movie was when they were catching the Riddler towards the end, and he just busts through the fucking window
Oh
like
my
it's
God.
a goddamn slapstick comedy.
Oh,
Dude, did you guys see the looks we got when we were laughing at that?
no.
Oh, we all started laughing and everybody was staring at us like, come on, like that was fucking hilarious.
Come on.
Somersaulted through a window.
Yeah, like he
It's like-
flip roll.
We all just saw Jackass. It's the same fucking.
Yeah, it's the same thing basically.
Or the unintentionally like angsty teenager side where it's him and Alfred sitting
Oh
at the
my
table.
God. You're
He's
my
like,
dad.
You know my
yeah.
father, Alfred.
Or-
Yeah, I'm fucking no.
Or like the part with the sunglasses where he's like,
Oh,
interesting.
That was
Like-
He's not used to the daylight.
Yeah.
Come on.
He's a nocturnal animal.
Still though, just like
yeah, no.
yeah.
Oh yeah, it was. There is one side. Yeah, sure, he's been up all night and like his eyes hurt because of the bright light, or he's just being an angsty.
It was just
20-something.
so
I mean, he was
dismissive
listening
about
to
it. He's like,
Nirvana on the fucking radio
Yeah.
when they started talking about his parents.
Lots of Nirvana in this
yeah.
movie.
If you like that one song, you're gonna love this movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you like
Under the
grunge,
if you like Nirvana song, what is it? Under the Bridge.
Is that what it's called?
Yeah.
yeah,
Okay.
because he has his hideout under the bridge.
Yeah. And that's also where the Iceberg Lounge is.
Yeah.
It was. I mean, I think the feel of the song definitely fit.
Oh, totally.
Like
Oh, totally. Yeah.
especially that version. It was really good, but it was a little on the nose.
I didn't need to hear it like 6 times.
Yeah.
3 hours.
And bats do live under bridges.
Jukebox fucking
But that's
movie.
one
that?
of those
Yeah,
like
that's
you
true.
get the license to that song and you get permission to use it in your movie. You're gonna use it.
They blew all their money on that one song. They're like, we got to use this 6 times.
Yeah.
Oh, Bruce Wayne listens to Nirvana. Oh, that's so angsty. I love it.
Thematically, though, this movie it dealt a lot with like without you knowing it until really towards the end with a lot of what we're dealing with right now.
Yeah, I liked the subtle
overlap.
the subtle version of like, oh, this could be like what happens in modern times.
Yeah, like it
Like
was.
the protest stuff outside the funeral, which was one of the like the real
That-
tipping points in the movie when like
Yeah.
they send the SUV through where the
Oh my god.
The car into the funeral,
Yeah.
the DA.
and it ends
Yeah.
up being the guy.
Yeah.
Well,
It gets
even-
like you
even
see in the
before
scene
that,
before that,
Colson-
it gets like the saw thing on his neck.
Well, in your first
Yep.
your first
They had
indication in
saw
this
traps in
movie
this.
that of like the kind of contemporary commentary is all of the people dressed like Riddler at the funeral praising the Riddler for killing this guy. Like that you see a lot of like, glorified violence and politics in this movie. It's like one of the central themes. And that's kind of what we're dealing with right now in our times, right here in America. We're seeing a lot of that. We're not, people dressing up like the Riddler and fucking blowing up seawalls. But
it doesn't seem so far.
It doesn't seem so far-fetched. Exactly. The same kind of way it was people stealing from Wall Street in The Dark Knight Rises.
Yeah.
Was right around the time of the financial crash. So that all kind of like it keeps you into the movie. It's like Batman dealing with what we're dealing with now. Unfortunately, we don't have one central villain in our world, and we don't have one angsty billionaire to go beat him up. So it's still, a bit of wish fulfillment kind of thing in this movie.
And oh my God, we never even see Batman lay hands on the Riddler. That never happens.
Holy shit.
Yeah, they just arrested him. Like he said, he's not a fighter. Shit. He had to use Batman to use the muscle.
Yeah.
I never even considered that.
That's
the fight, the punching the Riddler was him punching on the people dressed up like the Riddler.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They never actually went down together.
Huh.
Yeah, I didn't.
Interesting.
Yeah.
That's a very good point.
Yeah.
I didn't realize that.
Which,
as a matter of fact,
Batman just beats up a bunch of thugs for the most part.
He doesn't beat up any of the main bad. I mean, no, he just flips Penguin's car.
He kind of beats on Penguin a little bit, and he did put down Falcone when before he arrested him when he saved Catwoman.
Oh yeah,
he did punch Falcone, but only like once.
Yeah,
it wasn't like
Batman beating up the common thugs.
I loved all the. Well, honestly, it was just cool to see a Batman movie that wasn't centered around the Joker. As much as I love that character, it was so cool to just see something different. Even though it spoilers, I suppose.
I mean,
we've already been talking.
Yeah.
Well, okay, yeah.
So 30 straight minutes of spoilers.
Yeah, okay. Well, I don't know. Even though you see Joker in the end of it anyway, like it was just.
I think they should just leave it at those little tiny cameos of him. If they do him in the third movie, fine. But just get the fuck away from the Joker. Like seriously, like they need to stop. Honestly, just stop with the Joker altogether. Batman has what is known as a rogues gallery. It's like Spider-Man. Stop using the same fucking villains. Get new villains. There's like 100 goddamn characters you can use. They all have fucking interesting backstories, and you can use it for material.
But the Joker sells because every other the movie-going populace that's not
the people that make the
like
movies.
Yeah, but like if you
everyone
tell
wants to see the next Heath Ledger.
Right. That's the dragon that everyone's chasing.
Problem,
yeah.
You're not going to get that.
No.
You're never going to get that.
That's
not possible.
You're not
going to get the next Heath Ledger. It's not happening.
You're never going to get the next Heath Ledger, but Heath Ledger's interpretation on the Joker was a brand new take on the character itself. That is what people are waiting for.
Back when that movie first came out, I worked with this old dishwasher. He was like 70. And me and one of my other line cooks were arguing about who was a better Joker, Jack Nicholson or Heath Ledger. And he straight up laid it down perfectly. And he said, you can't compare any version of the Joker to another version of the Joker because they're always different characters. Yeah. Jack Nicholson was a gangster who felt wronged by the Batman and decided to become the opposite of what he represented to take him down. Heath Ledger's Joker was probably some form of ex-military that we can guess. That's all inferred, though. Mm-hmm. But he felt disillusioned with the government and
wanted to see it all burn.
Wanted to see it all burn, and then saw himself in Batman and wanted to try to bring Batman down to his level. They're two completely different characters. Mm. The same way that, unfortunately, Jared Leto's Joker was the same thing. He was
a tatted up fucking.
He was, but like character trope wise, he was the definition of the psychopath Joker. But it was,
right
when it's just psychopath Joker, it's no fun.
Right.
There's when he's just out for crime and mayhem, it doesn't work in movies, in my opinion.
That's fair.
To have him it works in the animated series one because it's a little more childish and a little more of a kid's cartoon, but you only get him for 12 minutes at a time.
Right.
So you can have that he's just there to do crazy because he's only on screen for 11 minutes, 12 minutes per episode. When you've got to sit with this character for 2.5 or 3 hours, you've got to have more motivation than just fuck with the Batman.
True.
And that's what Jared Leto's Joker was missing. Well, that and the actor having a soul and not running a sex cult, but
You know,
that's
it's the small things in life. But like,
I would argue that there were, especially with all of the video stuff, with all that like back and forth, like with the news coverage of Riddler in this, like there were moments of, Heath Ledger in it.
I felt that way too.
You know what I mean? Like,
I felt there were moments where Paul Dano's Riddler kind of leaned a little into that direction, as well as Pattinson's Batman leaned a little to Christian Bale
I would
sometimes,
argue
just a
that
little.
Paul Dano pretty much did to the Riddler what Heath Ledger did to the Joker.
Yeah, that's
Gave
a
us
great argument.
militant
Yep.
mission that was like, he literally thought that he was going to be working side by side with the Batman.
Yep.
well, and
in
that's
some way.
that's the one thing that you see in the Batman movies that are successful is that the villain again isn't just doing it for crime. There's got to be another motivation.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I think like there's so many villains that they could do that would just be so more poignant and like fun to like actually carry on with. Honestly, it'd be really cool if they would just pull out all the stops and do Solomon Grundy at some point, but like they're not going to do.
No, they won't do Solomon Grundy.
Nah.
No,
Grundy
like
in a movie.
with this Batman,
Probably not.
Next movie, honest to God, if they wanted to keep it being cool as hell, it would have to be Victor Zsasz.
Mr.
That's
Freeze.
what everybody's calling for right now.
I
Zaz specifically, just like
I think he needs to be the B villain.
he would have to be the B.
Well, then who's the
He would
A?
have to be the attack dog for somebody bigger.
Penguin.
Like you'd need like Penguin's too on the nose. I feel like Black Mask being at war with the Penguin would be a pretty good one. But they just did Black Mask and Harley Quinn, so it's a little soon to get him back.
It doesn't count.
Deathstroke.
Me and Mike have the same reaction. Slade Wilson's great and all, but he's more of a Robin villain than anything.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
kind of true. Kind
And
of.
like,
That's like-
I get that like him and Batman fighting is like really cool and it's fun, but like
Now
it's got to be the price is right for Slade because
Oh.
realistically that's all
You
he's
know,
seeking.
you
With
can bring in a
Robin,
full
he
rogues
wants blood.
gallery and bring in. You can have the next movie be Black Mask and Penguin going to crime war because they already said like there's going to be a power grab.
Oh,
Like
totally.
you left the giant vacuum. You can have that and then have Slade working for one of them and Victor Zsasz working for the other to try to keep Batman like occupied basically. Like,
Have Harvey Dent somewhere in the background.
Fucking Deathstroke against Victor Zsasz. That's not much of a fight.
No, not against each other. They both are hired by the opposite crime lords to go out and do crime to keep Batman away while they do their crime war. Like basically to try to overwhelm the Batman, they unleash the rogues gallery on Gotham to keep Batman occupied.
Okay, here's my idea. We get Scarface the puppet with the ventriloquist.
Oh, yep. I know what you're talking about.
You get Black Mask. You get the Penguin. And we have a full-blown gang war movie. Victor Zsasz can be Black Mask's fucking attack dog like he was in Harley Quinn. We can have... I don't want to say Slade off the bat, but Slade would be fucking Penguin for sure, if anybody, because he would have the most money to back it up. Calendar
Make
Man?
him scary, dude. Make him do it.
Oh my god. Okay, Calendar Man would be a very specific movie, and I feel like the Riddler almost had that movie because they started on Halloween. That was his first murder. Was Halloween.
Yeah.
And if they would have just done it, because this movie only took place within 6 days.
Yep.
It was like it ended on the 7th day
Yeah.
because he was saying like, "Oh, November 6th."
No,
city's
it's not. Well,
underwater."
his first.
What else
the
ended
first
on the
diary
7th day?
The first diary entry was October 29th.
Was it?
Yeah.
I thought it was October 31st. All
It
right.
was October 29th was when he started the diary entry when he was talking.
Okay.
But that
Oh,
was
the
Rorschach.
shadows.
The Rorschach.
But like the movie really did start on Halloween.
on Halloween, yes.
Because like that was the whole point of like the robbery scene and stuff. The one guy in the fucking drip head mask.
Yeah.
That was cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like a oogie boogie.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, it was this. Matt Reeves did a fantastic job with this movie.
There's something I wanted to ask you guys about though, because I picked up on it last night. The part where the interrogation scene basically, and Riddler like starts freaking out once so good. But like once the Riddler figures out that Batman doesn't want to have anything to do with it, he's like, no, he said we would have been safe in here. I had it all planned out. Like, it almost makes me wonder if the Joker and the Riddler already knew each other, and the Joker was feeding him ideas, and the Riddler thought that once it all went down, Batman and Riddler would be able to sit in there safely, watch it all go down, kind of a thing. It makes me wonder if there was already some pre-connection.
Didn't you mention something about like the color of the envelopes too?
Thank you.
Yes,
that's another thing that I noticed. The first envelope we got was green, and then the next envelope we got was purple. Joker colors. And then I think one of them was yellow, which is usually on his chest. And then the last one was the one with the googly eyes that was kind of like dark Riddler green again. I'm pretty sure that's what it was.
Yeah,
there was a red one. Sorry. Yep, I forgot. I don't know where that comes in. But I just felt like there might be some connection with the colors of the envelopes to something. And, where's my phone? So there was, do you know about the after credit scene? Because technically there wasn't one.
It's just the website.
Right, but decoded it says, you think I'm finished, but perhaps you don't know. The full truth, very ending, is a new beginning. Something is coming.
Yeah, if you do all the riddles on the website, it says, everybody loves a comeback story.
Okay. Yeah, so I don't know. I just thought it was interesting.
Like the Joker tells the Riddler at the end of the movie.
Like
Everybody loves a comeback story.
And with how subtle it was, like what you explained earlier about the cell phone, and like that's why people were calling him Vengeance. It was a video that went viral that we never even got to see. If that kind of subtlety is going on, the Riddler saying something like, I had it all set up, we could have watched it, we would have been safe in here, really makes me feel like he had... That's true, he did have a network of people. Yeah. So maybe it wasn't the Joker.
No, I don't think... I think Joker was just chilling in Arkham the whole time.
Yeah, because the way that they started talking, it definitely seemed like they had never talked before, and then the Joker was just ooh, this crazy person.
Unless Joker was somehow communicating to him as one of his followers.
The website.
Through the website. Because, I mean, he does take a liking to Riddler right off the bat, and does...
And he says, you did so good.
Yeah, feeds him the riddle. Fuck, dude.
He said, you did so good.
You know what? I need to see. I'm gonna have to go see this again. I have to see the names of all the people.
Yeah, now we have to figure that out.
I have to see the name, all those screen names. I bet that's one of them.
Yep, Mr. J.
See,
or something.
I was looking at most of the usernames the entire time, seeing if there was like Easter eggs, but I didn't really pick up on anything.
Yeah, I kind of the same thing. I was mostly just laughing at the comments because I felt like there would like be some realistic, like,
right.
oh,
yeah, it'd be really funny if there was one that was just like, look at this fucking insult, bro.
You're canceled.
Bro, get some fucking pussy. Touch grass. Don't forget the saran wrap.
Yeah, Paul Dano, man.
He killed it.
Yeah.
Fucking killed it.
What a wonderful actor. I also love the fact that when he was getting arrested, he had that full-blown I'm busting a nut right now look on his face. Like, he was just fucking loving it. He was like, yes.
I ordered some pumpkin pie and slammed on the fucking table.
I just loved how especially the earlier shots of the the live stream stuff, or whenever they show the news coverage of it. He's just like he's kind of like in and out of the shot and everything, like kind of like, you know, I don't know, just how that was all done. It was just made you kind of creeped out, like as if you were watching something like that, and it just, I don't know, came across.
Right, like could you imagine like just like surfing the web and you're just like watching a Twitch stream and you're like,
all of a sudden,
what is this symbol? And you click on it and it's just like fucking, you hear like the dude breathing, you're like, the fuck, is a video call in the corner? What the hell is going on?
And then I love the part with it was like one of the senator guys when he was like in the rat trap when it turns.
Oh, it was
light,
the police chief. Commissioner. That's right.
That was intense.
That was literally a Saw trip.
Yeah.
They turned Riddler into Jigsaw Zodiac Killer.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was. I mean, in reality, though, like if you're gonna do a dark and gritty Batman movie with Riddler, you have to make it like
Something like that.
Yeah.
Right, and like,
Seven
why
Zodiac
not
Killer
inspired
kind of
by something that was real world?
Right.
I love that. Like we talked about earlier with the part where he gets the first guy and he's sitting in the car, but you don't see it because the camera goes out of focus. Yeah. And you see him like get the duct tape out and then like.
Dude, the Riddler's murder scenes were so hardcore. The fucking mayor, he like just shows up in the fucking shadows, and you just see him standing there, just like fucking waiting in anticipation, like, oh.
That was the first scene too.
When am I gonna do it? When am I gonna do it? And then the fucking DA gets in his car and he's like looking around, getting his car started and stuff. He looks over, sees his headrest sitting on the fucking passenger seat, and then he fucking gets attacked and fucking bashed over the head, and then he's get this fucking little light up thing all over
with the
his
fucking
neck.
mayor scene though, dude. In the beginning, he keeps the fucking duct tape on like a tie around his waist. No, well, the first thing he does is he baits him in the head, and then he straddles over him and starts reaching towards his belt area, and I was like, are we?
Hang on. Yeah.
Like,
It definitely wasn't sexual for him.
It wasn't sexual. But I'm saying the way the scene was framed with him going to reach for the duct tape and like having to like lift up his shirt from his belt, there was a half second where I was like, no fucking way, dude.
Pull Homelander and just be like, I can do
Yeah.
what?
And now they're there's something to be said about serial killers and sexual gratification and all that stuff.
It's true.
So so my mind was one of those like, are we ready to do this?
Yeah,
like,
PG-13 Batman.
They used their 15 minutes in?
That's
cashed
true.
in their fuck chip?
Yep.
Like,
Too soon.
I don't know. I think it was kind of an appetizer thing. Like, here it is. We said fuck. We showed a guy get brained by a fucking carpet tool, dude. Like,
do you still want an R-rated Batman, or are we good?
Are we good? Like,
We've heard you.
Yeah, we heard you, and you guys need to understand that an R-rated Batman won't sell like Deadpool
Or Joker.
That's true.
Yeah.
or Joker. Yeah,
Because it won't be funny.
yeah.
No,
There was
because
still funny parts.
We had the literal example in our theater. There's a bunch of parents going, oh,
Yeah, literally.
Yep,
Yeah.
I just got motherfucking brained by a goddamn fucking scraper.
Yeah.
Do you imagine if they made one based off of the last? What was it? What was the last Arkham game?
Arkham. Oh.
Night.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where you actually like. Yeah. Well, even still, like
Hate that game.
some of the.
I will.
That tank sucked my
Now,
tank.
come on. You had to catch the fun little reference there during the car scene, where he had to fucking do all the crazy, stupid stunts and drive around and jump off everything just right. I got a
And
very
they ended
Arkham
up
Knight
murdering
feel.
like 20 people. If he would have just let Oz like get away, none of those people would be dead.
Yeah,
That's probably true.
Batman's got a pretty high kill count in this one.
Inadvertently, he didn't do it, but he is somewhat the cause of it.
I forget the name of the YouTube channel, and I'll find it and I'll post it on our Instagram. But my brother showed it to me, and it's a doctor that goes through movies and talks.
Oh my
about,
God.
Like the real life
I've-
consequences.
Yeah, I can't
and
think of what it's called. but-
he did the Justice League warehouse fight with Batman, and he's like, they may not have died right away, but at least 60% of those people are going to die later. Like, there's one dude that he shoots the grappling hook through his leg and then pulls him up by his femur and hangs him from a thing. And he's
They
like,
did that in this one too.
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah,
That's
actually.
what made me think of it, is that, like, the way that this doctor guy described it is when you break a bone like that, like through and through, when that bone is completely shattered, you start, first off, the shards of bone are going to just rip through your leg like a shotgun.
But there's also
blast.
important arteries.
And
in
then
the
there's
fucking leg.
arteries that are going to now be nicked and then fill up with bone marrow. That and he's hanging upside down, so all that blood's rushing to his head. He's gonna die in like 5 minutes. Not to mention the scene in the Justice League when he busts out of the warehouse and he kicks a car and then keeps driving.
Yep.
All 4 of the people in that car died. No question.
Or there's the one where in Batman v Superman where he's literally driving past like a gang of people shooting machine guns at his bulletproof car. So he shoots them back with the Gatling guns on his car and blows up the car and then just drives off. And it's
Yep,
like,
they're dead.
he just killed 4 people. Like, literally.
No guns.
Yeah, that's why I really like this one where like he's fucking like, no, you kill, you're a fucking bitch. Everybody hates you, then. Nobody likes you if
Once
you
you
kill.
cross that line, there's no coming back.
You're stinky, got cooties if you
Now,
kill.
I don't know. Are any of you guys fans of the show Community?
Yeah.
I've seen
do
some
you
of
remember
it.
the Halloween episode when Abed is Batman? And at the end, he has his speech where he just kind of rambles for like 2 minutes. He's like, if I stay, there can be no party because I have to be out there in the night, up above, like those who think they're above the law, but they're not. Only one thing's above the law. Me and bats. And if I'm not out there, then I can't. Like, he just rambles. I was laughing during that scene because it's like, it is good. It is a fucking fantastic exploration into Bruce Wayne losing himself to the Batman.
Mm-hmm.
And
He's
that's
not losing. He's finding his true self.
That was-
Even Riddler
that-
says it at
dude,
the end.
that first-
I'm not looking at the mask. I'm looking at your true face.
Yeah, and they've hit that a lot in a lot of Batman movies. But I'm saying is that's Bruce Wayne is writing that diary, and you can hear Bruce Wayne slipping into Batman, even though he's trying to write it as Bruce Wayne remembering what Batman did. And he says that. He says, sometimes I have to force myself to remember what happened the night before. So I keep these records. Like,
And then the thing with the eye, like
Yeah.
where you actually show the, because we don't ever see that
All
before.
the contact
yeah,
lenses that he records with.
that
Yeah,
was
that was-
fucking awesome.
that
I
was
like that.
really well done in the psychological aspect of like Bruce is slipping away, and even Alfred is like concerned about it. They don't like play it super hard in the movie, but like you do get the feeling that he's slipping away. However, during the Rorschach speech, I couldn't help but hear Abed doing his speech. Like, if
I was wondering what you were laughing at. 'Cause, like I
was
saw
like,
you
I
like
was trying real hard to keep it together, dude.
yeah.
My city, she burns for me.
I thought
Burns like chlamydia bee.
I thought that was some like Dark Passenger, like some Dexter type stuff.
Yeah.
The first time.
Kind of, actually. That's a good pull. A little bit.
As far as the first narration stuff, not so much in the later half of the movie.
Yeah,
but,
the closing narration felt a lot more like Abed. The whole like, I have to be more than vengeance.
Yeah.
More than I am.
A symbol.
What the city needs.
I can't just punch my problems away.
I mean, I can, but like, I also.
But sometimes punching my problems causes more problems.
I'm also flabbergasted that we have made it 50 minutes in, and I haven't talked about Jeffrey Wright's phenomenal Jim Gordon.
Okay, yeah.
Amazing.
They did Jim Gordon in this like better than I could have ever imagined because like this is actual Jim Gordon, how he would actually act.
Yes.
Oh
Yeah.
shit! I'm finding out that all of the fucking people I work with are dirty cops.
Yeah.
Fuck. This psychopath.
Well,
that I've been fucking
not
hanging
that
out
he's
with
finding
is the only one I
out.
can
He's
suss.
getting confirmation. He's already ready to accept that they're all dirty.
Right, yeah, he
Like-
doesn't question it for a second.
And
As
there's
soon as he hears
that
it, he's
scene
like,
when he's
"Fuck."
like, "Do you trust them? I only trust you." Like,
Yeah.
that is Jim Gordon.
Yeah.
And like, all due respect, like to Gary Oldman, I fucking love Gary Oldman.
Oh.
Gary
I love
Oldman
his Jim
disappears
Gordon.
into that role.
Yeah.
He's
He did a
so
great
good,
job.
Gary
but,
Oldman
like,
is a chameleon and disappears into every role he's
Yes.
done. I have watched Child 43 3 different times. I cannot spot him in that movie.
dude, Fifth
I can't find
Element.
him. Fifth Element, fucking
Crazy.
Oh my god.
Or the Stones. Yeah, fucking love that movie. You know, actually, you know what I realized the other day when I got out of the shower and like comb my hair? I can do that for Halloween if I wanted to. I just need to get like a piece of plastic to put on my head.
Yep.
Where there's no stones. No stones, no cases.
Yeah.
The only thing about his character is like the only reason I think this is just because of the way he looked. He kind of looked like Jordan Peele to me. So I had to like put that
Oh,
in my
really?
head a little bit. I was like, it's not.
See, I can see them doing a Key and Peele sketch where
Then that's
Jordan Peele would be playing
yeah.
and him being just like, God damn
Just-
it, Batman."
yeah.
Like doing just like the normal like hard cop kind of
Yeah.
fucking
Keeps
act
pulling
instead.
out hats to throw on the ground.
something. Yeah.
Every time he does it, it cuts back and he has a different hat on. At the end, Batman trips over at the pile of hats.
There you go.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, there's 3 minutes of content, Key and Peele, if you ever make a comeback as a comedy duo.
You don't have
wish
to.
there would.
Ideally, though,
Ideally,
what
though?
you should do, you can have that idea if you want. It's fine.
We don't have the money to shoot it.
Yeah.
I will help fund it by seeing the movie Nope.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, oh.
That was
Movie
really
looks
good.
Dope.
Really good.
Nope looks dope.
Yeah.
Yep. Nope.
But like Jeffrey Wright as Jim Gordon.
Dude, so good.
Oh my god.
Now,
Like,
I've been a fan of Jeffrey Wright's roles, pretty much everything he does since Westworld.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's the first time I ever saw him. Was
I
Westworld.
watched him in that, and then I went and yeah, it's pretty good. It's a thinker. Once you get to like halfway through the second season, if you weren't paying attention, stuff seems really dumb. I had to go back and rewatch. I had to rewatch the whole series because I was like, I was about halfway through the second season because I watched them as they aired. So I had like a year and a half.
You had to wait
between
week
the
to
first
week,
and
and
second
yeah,
season, and then
yeah.
waiting week to week. By the time I got they're like, what the fuck are they talking? Who the fuck is this guy? And I go back and watch it, like, oh, he was in the background of like 2 scenes in the 3rd episode of the 1st season, and now it's supposed to be like, look, it's all coming around, and I love when they do that in shows, and I don't at the same time.
all I care about that show is the references to the original movie.
Schwarzenegger vehicle,
No.
Westworld,
Westworld wasn't Schwarzenegger. What?
wasn't it?
I don't think I ever saw the original movie.
Who was it?
It was like fucking basically like the T-1000 but cowboy style. It's like
Hold on, I'm pretty sure Schwarzenegger was in that.
no, he wasn't.
Hold the fucking phone.
Mr. Freeze.
Dude, what the fuck are you talking about?
The gang realized they were talking about two different
Yeah,
things.
no, hold the fucking phone. No, I know this is a major derailment.
Is the fucking is this one of those? What do they call it? A Mandela effect?
Oh,
Joel
yeah.
Bryan.
Kinda.
Michael Crichton, yeah.
Joel
I know who
Bryan is
directed
the
it.
star.
And that one dude was Kazam.
Oh,
Shazam.
fucking. Oh, god damn it. Okay, never mind.
James Brolin.
Yup, that's who I was thinking of.
Bartol.
I was thinking of James Brolin.
You're
Big
thinking of
Jaws.
James Brolin, and you thought that was Arnold Schwarzenegger?
Dude, I watched that movie once when I was like 9 and had a fever, I'm pretty sure. Like, it didn't really stick.
It's just funny because I'm like,
Why
when
did I
you're like,
think
what are you
Arnold
talking
Schwarzenegger
about?
was in that movie? God, this is like that fucking episode of Conan all over again, man.
I don't even know what you're talking
Did I not tell you guys about that? There was an episode of Conan where like a bunch of fucking like people in bird costumes came out. It's all kids in the audience, and a bunch of people in bird costumes came out and started like throwing up on the kids. And it was like a bit they did. It was very early Conan, and it was one of those like it was in my head as like that was a weird dream, but it stuck with me for some reason. And it was like 5 years ago. I was on Reddit. And it was like, it was talking about the Mandela effect. And he's like, yeah, this episode of Conan where a bunch of kids in the audience and people with bird costumes came out and puked. I was like, no fucking way! That actually happened? Get the fuck out of here.
No, dude, you just said
Holy
yourself
shit.
it was not a Mandela effect for him. So that is
But
obvious proof that it's not real.
there is no way somebody had the same fucking fever dream as me about an episode of Conan where a bunch of kids in bird costumes got thrown up. That is way too specific.
Bro, you've never heard of the collective unconscious?
I've heard of the collective unconscious plenty, but I really don't think that my 9-year-old's fever dream got into some. Unless that was the one other guy, and all the other comments of people being like, "Oh yeah, I remember that." They all were wrong too.
How many people?
I don't know, dude. It was 5 years ago on Reddit. I got my confirmation. That's all. I
Yeah, you
I
got the
don't
one
need-
check mark.
I
That was
don't need.
enough.
I don't need your validation.
That's true. I'm over here like, give 5 examples right now.
What were their usernames? Pull up the thread.
I need to look it up. Loves to spooge 72 needs to explain.
Ass muffin 69 420.
We need answers.
Throwaway 724443582 is definitely lying.
100%.
We could have just kept going on Reddit user base. That's too niche even for this podcast.
Yeah, that bit was not going to last very long.
I mean, it could have kept going, but it wouldn't have lasted. It's like buying a big bag of spinach.
Yeah.
At first, yeah, it's gonna be all right, but like halfway through, just stop. And then when you get to the end, dude, you should have stopped a long.
You're like, why did I just get a
Those
bag
It's
of
all slimy.
Why don't I just get a bag of salad, man?
Actually, I
Like-
just want to buy smaller bags of salad, mix it in multiple intervals. We are so far away from Batman right now.
I know, right?
So, I mean, there's really, though,
Kind of covered.
it's kind of covered. And my big... All right, go ahead, Alex.
One detail I thought was extremely funny about this whole fucking movie is that you get the lying mayor and then his opponent, Bella Real.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was kind of weird.
You know what
but
Bella
it's
is
Real.
Italian
Ray,
for?
Rayol, yeah, whatever.
Bella is Italian for beauty. The beautiful truth.
Oh,
Exactly.
nice.
Like her name is
It was-
literally the truth.
It was, like the truth is beautiful is what her name was.
It's so funny because then
it's-
the Riddler was like, I'm gonna kill her too because she's a politician.
Yep, because he didn't care about the beautiful truth. He
Right.
only wanted his truth.
Exactly.
It's thematically, it's really well done,
Yeah.
but it had all the subtlety of fucking top secrets. Like as soon as they're like Real and they showed her name on like the first billboard, I was like, oh fuck off. Okay, you know what? No, I'm gonna allow it because this movie is not one for subtlety.
Yeah.
Admittedly,
The subtlety is beaten into you like that first goon.
yeah, seriously, yeah. So it has all the subtlety of Batman wielding a fucking steel pipe. you
Right.
know?
Like they.
Also, to the
they
Foley
catch up.
artist of this movie, I need to find out who that man is, and I want to donate to their Patreon or whatever it was, because every time a pipe hit a head, and it happened a few times in this movie, that
Dude.
was just
Yeah.
Sounds
Visceral reaction.
Yeah.
even besides the music, the sounds in this. Every time Riddler takes out the duct tape, every time you hear like the crunch of Batman's leather boots, like
the evolution of his mask through the movie is one thing I didn't think about until like after we all departed.
Whose mask?
The Riddler's.
Yeah.
The first time he talks, he's like,
Yeah, because he had a
and then the next
duct tape
time,
mask first.
the mouthpiece was cut away, and there was a new piece over it with holes poked in it.
oh, I
And
didn't
then the
notice
time after
that.
and that while he was talking, you kept hearing the. And then
Yeah.
he'd start talking, and then the next
Yeah,
time you
nose.
see him, he has the nose and it has holes in it.
Oh
Like
shit!
his mask evolved the more he watched himself. Like,
Yeah.
And he also wanted to craft the nose more like Batman's. Because he thought he was working with the Batman. I
Yeah.
loved that. You brought the rat into the light and I had a clear shot. We worked together. We're
Yeah.
such a good team.
That was straight out of the comics.
Yeah.
On that one.
It really
I
was.
loved
That was
it.
cool.
It was like so fucking just chef's kiss. Like beautiful. And then when he's like saying, oh, but you missed the big picture. Batman goes, "If you're dead,
yeah.
Riddler just goes, "You're not as smart as I thought you were."
Yeah, Paul Dano has the ability to be so fucking condescending
Man,
in every role. It's so good.
And then he blows up the fucking water line and floods everybody like a boss.
Yeah, you know what? The
Hard flex.
the best
See,
part
that's,
is
that's what he meant. He wanted to get caught before the bombs went
before
off.
the bombs went off, so that he'd be safe in the thing. But Batman couldn't stop the bombs,
Nope.
and every villain survived to the end.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't think about
Batman
that.
failed technically.
Batman failed in this movie. Batman has to pick up the pieces.
Yeah. It's weird because I saw somebody that was talking about this movie said they thought that this was a movie about Batman that hates Batman, and I was like, no, I think this is a movie about Batman that knows that nobody can be like Batman. Actually,
That being Batman is impossible in the real
yeah,
world.
you can't be Mobius chair Batman, fucking 8D brain, fucking
Yeah.
all of the time. Like
Yeah, he
especially
just-
when you're just kind of figuring this shit out on street level goons that you don't really fucking know too much about. You're still getting info and figuring it out, but like.
Yeah. That was kind of
And
weird.
another
Man of Steel,
beautiful
by the way.
thing
He was
is
figuring it out. I'm just throwing it out there.
no. What you're doing is you're saying something, knowing that I was about to start talking on something else, and I don't want to lose that point.
We'll get to it.
We'll get there. One of these days, we're gonna have to revisit Man of Steel because we only did like 20 minutes on it in the lead up to the Justice League episode.
Oh yeah, because we just wanted to get over with, and then I fucking found out that I actually really don't mind those first two movies all too much. Like Zack Snyder's vision was like pretty decent. It wasn't horrible.
No, Snyder's great. I love most of what he does. I just am not a fan of how he tries to turn every movie into the Watchmen.
Yeah.
He fucking nailed it with The Watchmen, in my opinion.
I love that movie.
Like, the director's cut even is one of my favorite pieces of media out there. It is so true to form, fixes the ending of the original.
I don't know if I've ever seen the director's cut, actually.
No?
I don't think
It's
so.
good. It's got all the scenes from the comic that, like, obviously would not have worked to a theatrical release. But for the hardcore fans, like, yeah, you get the extended prison fight. You get there's all I highly recommend. It's like 3.5 hours long, so fucking strap in and get ready for and Zack Snyder, so get ready for a lot of exposition.
20 minutes worth of slow mo.
Jeez. Yeah.
And the the slow mo where you don't need it, and the no slow mo in the sex scene.
See, now I'm thinking there was like a decent bit of slow mo, but it was only towards the end of the Batman where he's dangling from the fucking electricity thing. And he takes the fucking battery.
Oh, you mean the third of 4 Batman fake out deaths in like 10 minutes?
Obviously, he's not gonna fucking die. It's Batman. Like, they're not gonna kill him in the first movie.
Obviously, he's not gonna die. So quit doing fucking fake out death scenes. Quit shooting him in the chest and have him like,
Dude.
And Catwoman's like, oh my god, no, not like this. And I'm like, oh my god, they're gonna kill Batman. Nope, I got Venom. Shut up.
It's not Venom.
It's fucking Venom.
Dude, it's adrenaline.
Fucking Venom.
It's adrenaline. Why would they put Venom in a movie?
To set it up for a later introduction of the character.
Bro, this is supposed to be literally by the director's fucking wording, a grounded Batman. Why would they do Venom right off the fucking bat?
It's not Venom then. It's some souped up chemical.
It's adrenaline.
That Bane gets a hold of because something stocks selling off parts of the company.
No.
The shit in the Batman movie we don't fucking care about.
It's adrenaline. And then you can just explain Venom as a weird concoction of like adrenaline and steroids that all mixes together and coagulates into your blood and starts fucking you just right through the heart.
I mean, there's got to be a reason it was green. Like,
but
if it's supposed to be grounded and if we just want it to be a normal adrenaline, it's not green.
It's on screen the way it is supposed to be.
Because he had a port for the vial.
That's true. That's true.
Thing, so
you tell me every time he puts on his suit, it automatically connects to his veins?
What? Oh no! I imagined the port was just like a hole, and he would shoot it right and directly into himself.
I thought he just like connected the little vial to it.
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, I'd have to see that scene again.
Yeah, I
it happened so fast.
I fully plan on just getting fucking like jacked out on edibles and going to see this movie again.
I mean, he could be psycho enough to fucking give him a little brick down his left arm and then fold the fucking gauntlet around it.
I mean, that's what it looked like to me.
I mean,
which then means that's technology that could be appropriated away from Wayne Chuck, and then some guy from South America could get a hold of it.
If that's the case though, then how does he pee?
He recycles.
Does he just like always have a catheter in when he's in his suit though? Does he just always have a catheter?
That's funny that you mention it because Kevin Smith did a line of Batman comics where he peed himself because the first time he went out, like the gunshot like caught him off guard so much.
I think I know what you're talking about.
Pissed himself.
Yeah,
so
I
he
think
did start using a catheter.
No shit.
Yeah.
Thank you, Kevin Smith,
That's
for
deep.
explaining what happens with Batman's penis in his suit.
Yeah.
So you're telling me Batman walks around with a tube in his dick?
Yeah. That way he doesn't have to fucking stop and pee.
Yeah, it kind of makes him way harder.
Yeah. That's
like,
why
holy
I was
shit.
so angry.
Yeah.
Dude.
It's not the death of his parents. It's
No.
the constant feel of fucking
A tube in your
the
dick.
tube up your urethra.
What I want to know is why we're still having movies where they're shooting Batman with guns.
It's
Why?
to show how
I know, but
impotent the villains are. And
yeah.
That's
Okay, the weirdest part of this
interesting.
whole movie is the fact that Batman would walk into a room and they'd go, "It's the Bat," and then he'd walk out and they'd stop and go back into idle position. And then they walk back and it's the Bat.
They're NPCs. Straight up.
It's very video game like.
yeah. when
I just thought it was funny. Like,
No, I
they're
wish
still,
that actually wasn't.
Well, no,
seen.
when-
I
I
was
will
like
be
sitting
right
in the
back.
club.
when I first saw the when
It's the bat.
when they first showed a glimpse of that hallway scene in the trailer, that and the first time we see the railway station fight scene, the first fight scene
yeah.
in the trailers, when I going into the movie, that was a thought that rubbed up against me too. I was like, why is he getting shot so much? Like, this is
Right
kind of
after,
weird.
The first 30 times he got shot, don't you think they'd be like, well, shit.
Yeah, I thought it would bother me throughout the movie, but I didn't find it bothering me too much.
I mean, they did
end.
kind of cut back on it as it went on.
Yeah.
It
Did they
wasn't
aim
so
for the
much of those,
head, or
but-
did he use the gauntlets to protect his head?
That's.
Couldn't really
I think
tell.
I leaned over to Mike even, and I was like, "Why didn't they just shoot him in the mouth?"
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
they all have machine guns, and they're going everywhere. Like, one doesn't catch him in the fucking jaw. Like,
I will.
Right, it would be cool if he got shot one time.
Yeah. I will say that
Well, he didn't
was.
get shot at the end, but you know what I mean.
Yeah. That
to have it
was-
actually happened, yeah.
That was one of the coolest parts of the entire thing, was that part where they're down in the subway. It's just all the gunshots going off. You just see
Oh, it was
them,
amazing.
getting just shit kicked out of them.
It was amazing.
Yeah.
I also found out that the flare scene where he's leading everybody out of the fucking stadium, that was pretty much completely lit by the flare.
Wow.
Yeah.
You know, I watch it. That's one major credit I have to give to this movie is the use of practical effects.
Yeah.
Was that every moment of the flooding felt when I was like, how did they do this? Like, this is insane.
Yeah.
Like,
Fucking,
really well done.
I think one thing I really like about this movie is that instead of using batarangs,
It's
They
the
just
chess
literally
piece.
has one logo that's just a knife.
I love that. I love that.
That's
Good, because I mean,
great.
I've always kind of had a problem with the batarangs being just straight up weapons.
They are weapons.
And there's Pete Holmes.
Yes.
Batman,
Oh,
when he
throws
fucking
it in the face.
throws it in the dude's face, and I'm like, yeah, I mean, it does show in the Dark Knight. It's just got on a fucking grinding wheel, like
Yeah, he wants it to stab into him.
making sure it's nice and sharp.
But he usually goes for hands.
Yeah, in Dark Knight he does. Yeah, he goes for shoulders and hands.
Shoulders and hands. You gotta incapacitate the shooting hands.
But he's also, crawling around in sewers and stuff, and then throwing those into people. So, who's to say, the wild infections that Gotham General has to treat?
Yeah. Yeah.
Batman gave
I
me
thought-
scabies one time.
Batman broke my jaw, and then because of the battering, I ended up with lockjaw.
Yeah. He got rabies.
One of them ends up being Killer Croc.
Yeah.
Towards the end. Like,
I got TMJ, and now I want to beat people up.
That's a Batman villain that we'll probably never get to see
know-
on screen. No, it's Man Bat. That's Kurt Langstrom is. I've always wanted to see a good Man Bat.
I loved him. I think they did him so good in Gods and Monsters, the animated one.
I don't think I've ever seen that.
Oh no, Michael C. Hall plays Man Bat.
I know about that.
Yeah,
I
it's
know
the-
about
it's
that,
the,
but I haven't seen it.
Like the bad guy Justice League kind of.
Okay.
It's like alternate universe. It's like, what is it? Superman is basically a Nazi.
The man bat you pitched for the losers bracket.
Yeah, that's right.
Multiverse
That's.
Murph.
Oh yeah. Oh fuck.
Speaking of which, that is a perfect thing for us to wrap this up on. So
Cool.
first, before we go into any farther on that, we've covered the Batman.
Yeah. It's,
Does anybody have any final thoughts? Let's go around the table. Aaron?
I thought it was great. It's probably walking out of it. 'Cause we've had a couple of iterations of the Batman since Dark Knight and stuff, since that whole trilogy and everything. And it is really hard to compete with those, because those are it's really like a timepiece kind of, because there's a lot of a lot of overlap, like we were saying, with current event stuff. But I feel like this one kind of I really, as much as I liked the whole feel of it or whatever, I think it would be way stronger if it was if it stood on its own, instead of just being a drawn out 2 or 3 movie series to me.
Yeah.
But beyond that, yeah, I thought I was in it for the entire outside of getting up to piss or whatever, which is like 3 hours. It's like you gotta work that in at some point. But I had and I was glad that coming back into it, I came back up and it was the scene with the car when you first see the Batmobile for the first time. I was I had to turn around and just stop, because that was when I came back in. I just stopped and just stood at it. I was like, that's sick.
So cool.
Yeah. So I don't know. I really liked it. I went into it kind of blind. Saw the first couple trailers for it, and then that was about it. So kind of the same thing with it kind of struck me the same way as the new Spider-Man did. So I saw that, I went in with very little and enjoyed it just the same. So
that's good, because the internet was talking about Spider-Man for a year and a half before it came out.
Yeah, I knew about all the little the potentials for stuff, but as far as as it was the announcements and everything, the actual release date and stuff, I kind of stopped paying attention. So
right, I feel that.
I don't know, 5 out of 5, 10 out of 10, whatever. I want to see it again. So
yeah, well, honestly, I think The Dark Knight gets knocked down a peg at least because of this movie, just because this did grounded Batman in a way that didn't shy away from being over the top in certain aspects. And I feel that's what The Dark Knight kind of did. It kind of shied away from being overtly over the top. And that was also the climate at the time of the movie. They didn't want to be crazy fucking horror movie like this actually ends up being. But I feel this did such a good job of showing the diversity in tone that Batman can have. And I actually think that Robert Pattinson does a really good fucking overall Batman. Mm-hmm. He doesn't do a stupid little voice. He just talks a little lower.
Yeah, it's just a whisper.
Yeah, that's it. He commands attention by talking softly.
Mm-hmm.
And
he didn't do any death metal vocals.
Right.
And man, I really hope that whatever sequel they do a really good balance of character. And I don't want them to goddamn do the Joker. Please don't do the Joker. Please don't do the Joker.
Yeah.
Please, God. But yeah, I would probably give this 9 out of 10, 10 out of 10. Just I don't know which one I really want to give it, but probably my favorite Batman movie so far.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'll say so far because realistically, there's probably going to be more Batman.
We will never. We will die before they make the last Batman movie.
We're
There's
so
no way.
close to getting fucking 100 years of Batman. At
Yeah,
this point.
literally. Yeah, we will see that in our
100
lives.
Years of Superman pretty recently.
Yeah.
Yep.
I think.
Right? So for me, I guess The Dark Knight. Going into this movie, I guess I would say The Dark Knight, hands down, is absolutely not just my favorite Batman movie, but Heath Ledger's performance is one of my favorite one of, if not my favorite performance of all time in anything ever. I hold it at such high regard. Leaving this movie, they were immediately shoulder to shoulder, not totally just based on because that's kind of the thing. If you go back and watch Dark Knight, yes, it's a very good movie, but take out the Joker, and what do you really have left? Whereas this felt bigger, almost bigger than the characters in some ways. So many incredible, like you said earlier, fan service was perfect. Between the Batmobile having the blue flame, did we have a Batmobile with Ben Affleck at all?
Yeah.
We did?
Okay. He had that fucking tank thing.
Yeah.
So it kind of looked like a tumbler thing?
Yeah.
It was
Okay.
a tumbler, but if the tumbler sprawled out on all fours.
Okay. So this thing was a lot more realistic.
Yeah, this was just fucking souped up, armor plated.
Yeah.
Right.
Something that any
Right.
fucking gearhead
Yeah.
could realistically devise, but
Exactly.
there's some fucking illegal parts for that fucking engine.
Jet engine.
The mention of Hush, the fact that it was on Halloween, so that almost felt like a reference to the Long Halloween, the blue flame, and then seeing him on the motorcycle with the cape flying. Oh shit, I forgot about that thing. But seeing that reminded me straight of the 90s cartoon when he would always ride the motorcycle in that the original animated series.
It even had the little pointy ears.
Yeah, it did. That was and you don't even really notice it until the end too. But Batman, all Batman movies, one thing they all have a knack for is casting someone you don't think will work in the role, and they end up working wonderfully. Robert Pattinson fucking killed it, all going all the way back to 1989's Batman with Michael Keaton, because at that point in time he was Mr. Mom, and everybody's like, Mr. Mom's gonna be Batman. And same with 10 Things I Hate About You, Heath Ledger Joker. You know what I mean? We were all like, this romantic comedy guy is gonna fucking come on. And then it turns out to be some of the greatest shit ever. And I'd say that continues with Robert. I was like, sparkly vampire is gonna be Batman, really? But he killed it. He stole the show. I want more. But to Aaron's point, I could see this standing alone and no one ever touching it again, because it's just perfect the way it is. I'd say, if not the best Batman I've ever seen, second best. Best on-screen Batman I think we've ever seen. I think that he killed it as Batman harder than anyone else has ever done it. In terms of full-on movie, it's still right there with The Dark Knight. I still can't decide, but I'm leaning way more towards this one. Because Paul Dano, everybody, just fucking Colin Farrell,
Colin Farrell's nuts.
Yeah.
I will say, if you think of Robert Pattinson as Twilight dude, watch The Lighthouse.
I've not seen that yet.
It is a...
I've also never seen a Twilight movie.
I mean, there was even that shitty Christopher Nolan movie, Tenet.
Tenet, yeah.
You didn't like Tenet?
I fucking hate it.
I liked Tenet.
It was pretentious as fuck.
Yeah, Tenet was fucking...
I think. Maybe I'm thinking of the wrong
Nolan
one.
breaking his back to suck his own dick.
Was that...
Yeah, he had his ribs removed to,
Marilyn Manson?
That never happened!
I know. He also never had tit implants, all right?
It was a
just like
bodysuit!
Yeah. It was just like a photo shoot thing.
Schoolyard rumors.
Final thoughts, Michael?
Yes.
So,
Segue.
obviously I've got a lot of issues myself with Batman. I've said before on this podcast, I've said before to anyone else out here, my main issue with Batman has always been that his Bruce Wayne's money doled out properly, with him becoming mayor or governor of whatever state Gotham is in, would do infinitely better than him dressing up and punching the Joker. There's no argument there. In terms of economics, that the billions of dollars in the Wayne family, if he's not planning on having kids and it's only going to be donated when he dies, start doing it now. Fix the city. Fix up Arkham. Fix up fucking the schools.
But it's all corrupt. So now he has to work his way from the inside out to get that corruption rid.
Yeah, you have to...
So his money wouldn't do it any good. It would be lining their pockets.
But with that kind of money, you go to the guy that's getting paid $50,000 to ignore shipments, pay him $100,000 to leave Gotham and turn state's evidence. That could be the Bruce Wayne fund. You want to do illegal stuff for the good? Bribe people the other way. Dressing up like a bat and punching bad guys is not helping the city. And it's been explored in pretty much every Batman movie that he does only make things worse through escalation.
Yeah, that's why I thought this movie was very well-rounded with the whole, Riddler thinking, I'm teaming up with the Batman.
And with Batman being confronted with the fact that, he's not doing just good. He is also bringing bad, and he deals with that in this movie. Yeah. A big portion of this is him am I fucking doing the right thing? A lot of that falls on that.
Yeah, that's why I think the second one should be more about his philanthropy.
Now, I like this Batman more than The Dark Knight, mainly because we got more Batman than Bruce Wayne.
Yeah.
We didn't need Bruce Wayne much in this movie.
On top of the whole, noir horror, all the things of it. In terms of the character, I liked this Batman more because it felt like he had nothing to lose, and that fueled him going farther and going harder. Whereas the Dark Knight trilogy, it's immediately apparent. He's got fucking Katie Holmes. He's got Alfred. He's got the city. And then when Katie Holmes gets doinked, he then has fucking Robin he's got to worry about. In this one, it's like he doesn't give a fuck about anyone until Alfred gets put in the hospital. And he's like, all right, I guess I give a shit.
Yeah.
This did a great job of showing like the first couple years Batman.
Yeah,
instead of
when
like
he's still
a
figuring it
season.
out.
Yeah.
Yeah, and either not season or like I'm just starting being Batman and I'm fucking killing it. Like Batman Begins, where the first thing he does is he's like, I'm taking down fucking Falcone. I'm pinning him up to a fucking light like I'm the first time Batman's going out there.
See, but he was also trained by the League of Shadows in that movie, so I can at least forgive that because he had like expert training.
Well, yeah, but like
expert training.
Trained by the Batman.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I was trained in the mountains. But yeah, like I said, until I fully go on my tirade about the Dark Knight trilogy and all the problems with it,
6-hour-long episode.
that's gonna be a bad one. And I almost want to do a Lost in the Bog so I can have you guys on to try to like
I'd love it.
bring me back.
I'd love it.
Bro, it's only gonna be like 20 minutes of either of us or all three of us talking.
Yeah, and then we go and another thing. I will just say that the Dark Knight was a love letter to Dick Cheney in 2009. It's straight up his speech about when he talks to Lucius about needing to, I need to break the rules to catch this man, Lucius.
The movie is literally
Completely echoes Dick Cheney's Dark Side of Intelligence speech preceding the invasion of Iraq. I'm not turning this into a big political podcast.
Holy shit.
I'm saving that for the Dark Knight thing. I'm not going to do that yet. But
zest for you.
That's what I liked about this movie, is that it's a fucking Batman story. There's no, Batman has to be the one to do this because he's being called out by the Riddler.
Right.
Like, that's what I liked about this movie. I fucking love Batman, but I have problems with him as a character. This movie did it right. I'm giving this movie solid 9 out of 10, only because they had to bring in the fucking Joker at the end. They just fucking had to, and that knocked a point down for me because it's like, oh, come the fuck on!
Yeah,
fair.
It's not as bad as
Batman Begins had a card, and look, his face paint, he's a calling card, with the escalation, Jim Gordon. And then in this one, they could have just had him fucking losing his shit in the prison cell and being upset about losing, and maybe a guard telling him to shut up, and then him having an inner dialogue or something. They didn't need to have the fucking Joker give him a riddle. Everybody loves a comeback story.
Everybody loves a Gotham loves a comeback.
That kid's Joker.
He was the first one to say, "Riddle me this,"
Yeah,
which I was waiting for the
Why
whole
wasn't
fucking
that a
movie.
bigger thing?
Because it's silly.
Yeah.
But I love it.
This movie did not have a lot of room for silly.
So true.
Dude, okay.
So
they
was
did have enough room for silly because they had little fucking things here and there that are just like.
They had little things here and there, but if the Riddler had said at any point, "Riddle me this," his character stops being serious.
Yeah.
But there was a lot of breathing heavily out of your nostrils kind of moments. Just like the.
Very dark. Also very Darth Vader.
Same
And Bane.
That they had him tell Catwoman that she had a lot of cats.
Yeah.
You got a lot of cats.
Hot.
Okay. Last bit of my closing thoughts.
Sorry. Yeah.
Why is at the very end of the fucking movie, and I brought this up when we talked last night walking out of the theater. The end doesn't make any sense as to why Catwoman drives her motorcycle up to the top of a mausoleum where her gangster mother is gangster's whore mother is apparently buried in a super fancy urn at the top of a mausoleum where she drives her motorcycle up and then puts a cat in a carrier on the side of a motorcycle.
Which is hilarious.
Back down the mausoleum and then goes on the highway with the cat in a carrier.
Good luck if you've ever owned a cat.
I can barely close a door too hard without my cat coming at me.
She is Catwoman.
They're fucking animals.
She doesn't have a fucking psychic connection to this cat. To
That's true.
She's going to open that carrier and that thing is going to come out of it like a fucking bullet from a gun. It's going to be like a gust of
Yeah.
You think that Venom is in this movie, but she can't control her cat.
Yes.
It's going to be a puff of fury and claws.
Venom is a chemical.
I'm seeing where you're drawing the line with these things.
You are right. The ending did not make a lot. Outside of just having a beautiful shot of them riding together.
Yeah,
like, that's...
Yeah, I
And then
love that
going
because
to
I was
separate-
like, oh, he's
Yeah.
chasing after her.
And
but
then they have
he's-
to end up going the separate ways after one last look. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I did
subtlety
love-
is not there.
I did love, though, her, like, him looking in the rearview mirror and seeing her kind of just disappear into the fog I was like, oh, that's a good shot. That's a good shot.
They didn't quite have enough
Cinematography-wise,
of the love story.
This shot. What do you mean did have enough? They did plenty.
No, I mean, like, I feel like they just kind of ended up being like, hey, we like to dress up and go fucking stalk in the night. How hot is that? We should kiss. And, like, it was like, okay.
I'm not going to get into it.
I mean, it's definitely,
But I'm
I'm not king shaming.
I'm
not king shaming.
No, but let me just say.
But I bet they fuck in those suits.
Oh, straight up. And I'm sure at one point she goes to reach for his mask.
Wait.
No, the helmet stays on.
There's a Destiny 2
But
reference for any of you.
He would
nerds out
have to
there.
take out his catheter, though.
Hold on a minute.
What do you do with that? What do you even... There's no move to be made there.
No, he just fucking
no,
whips it
'cause
out like you take off a belt real fast. Just fucking pop that sucker
He looks at her and goes, it's the extra long one.
Oh, my God.
out. Like a magician, like it's still coming. Look at that. Isn't that crazy? Stop doing that. Look at that.
It's
Okay.
coiled in my
That's
kidneys
different
3
colors.
times.
So there it is, guys. That's Lost in the Bog, average 9.5 out of 10 for the Batman.
Yeah.
And this,
Yep.
this was a great flick. I highly recommend any of you that have even a passing interest in Batman go see it.
If you have not seen it and this is the way you're learning about most of these things, we do not do it justice.
Oh no, God, no. We're
No justice.
Justice is blind, not deaf.
baby carrots. Predictable yet appetizing. All right. Before we go, though, while we have all 4 of us in the room, this summer it's coming up, guys. We just got sued because we didn't get the rights to that song.
See, but I
Went into
wasn't
Mortal
doing
Kombat.
any particular song, yeah?
If you're audio only, you can do whatever you want.
That's true. So we are going to be
We know this.
entering in this summer once again, the Multiverse Murder Fest. 2K22. Why is it the K just a 0? Because the K is cooler.
When are we trying to do it?
I'm thinking that we're gonna be. I think we should go June. Like we
Okay.
did last time, we started June.
Okay.
Ended off in the summer.
Keep it going through the summer.
Should we do like a selection Sunday kind of deal?
I think so. I think.
we get to do our own, like...
Draft.
Yeah, I think we should get. Well, first thing I want to do
That'd be
to
good.
anybody listening is go to fucking Lost in the Dark, Bog Talk, Bog Wraith, fucking Discord, wherever you go. Who do you want to see in this year's Murder Fest? Throw some suggestions in there. I can't guarantee any will get used because some of you guys, talking to you, Guttural Kane, come up with some crazy shit. We wouldn't be able to use them sometimes, but just get in there, man. Throw out some suggestions. Who do you want to see duke it out?
do you want to see Sherlock Holmes fight El Super Beasto?
Right? I mean,
Ultimate showdown of ultimate destinations.
fucking the Michelin Man versus the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man. Who's taking
Seth
it
That would
out?
actually be
Rogen
pretty
from
good.
Sausage Party versus Seth Rogen from 40-Year-Old Virgin.
I won't have Seth Rogen on this show unless it's actually Seth Rogen and he has to decide. He has to do that whole fight on his own.
I want.
Yeah, he has to voice act the fight out.
I want.
Oh, I'm gonna like eat you, man. You're like a hot dog.
I want the devil from Tenacious D against like Beetlejuice. I don't know.
The devil from no. The devil from Tenacious D against possessed Dave Grohl from Studio 666.
Grohl versus himself.
So Dave Grohl and Seth Rogen, if you guys are listening, we would like to invite you to be guests for this year's Multiverse Murder Fest.
Obviously, longtime fans of the show.
Obviously,
That
Kevin
Bob
Feige,
dude.
you too, if you want to come on.
Bob the Butcher.
Bob the Butcher.
Bob the Butcher.
Yeah, that's the first thing we're gonna need to come up with the categories.
Yeah, we're gonna. Yeah,
So-
we'll be coming at you guys with that.
Yeah.
Talk about it a little more as we come up. But this is just the first initial teaser announcement. We think of this as like that one still that we got for the Batman that inspired me to make that entire Law and Order intro.
Yeah.
That was the one that the Philip DeFranco show shared, right?
Yeah.
That's so fucking crazy. I was watching Philip DeFranco when I was like a little kid.
The most viral I've ever gone in my life was a Batman Law and Order parody.
Dude, so good.
So yeah, Multiverse Murder Fest coming up, guys.
So we're aiming that for June.
June. I'm hoping we may even have merch this year.
Ooh, oh shit.
Murderfest
We could
merch.
definitely talk about that.
Mercherfest.
Holy fuck, that'd be amazing. What isn't there something else happening in June though?
There might be. What is it though? I think it's like a bunch of fucking dorks are gonna be trying to like pretend like they know how to play music or something.
Something like that. Something.
Motherfucking Bog Wraith.
Whoa!
Three of us
Stage.
plus Chapel and a special surprise guest.
Yes.
Filling in on second guitar for us.
Oh, on a big one. Big one. Where? Diesel Concert Lounge. What is it? June 4th?
June 4th, it's going to be Convalescence, Perfection of Flesh, breathing process, a bunch of local support, guys. This one's going to be
Yokai's gonna be
fucking
there.
Yokai's going to be there. It's going to be a fucking banger, you
Those
guys.
dudes slap.
You guys are gonna fucking love Reflection of Flesh. You should actually check out Garrett, their guitarist, does a podcast called Dipping Milk in Cookies.
Okay.
I love that.
And
Yeah,
it's a
it's
fucking
awesome.
great podcast. He's a great guy.
I'll have to
Yeah,
get into that.
check that out.
So, but yeah, anywhere that you
Shouts
can
out to
contact
everybody.
you can shoot the band a message. If you know any of us personally, you can shoot us a message. You can go to bogwraith.com, and we should have new merch on there every month. We've got a whole bunch of shit up there right now. We've got the Bog Wraith Summer Bog Beach 2022. I don't remember what I fucking called it.
Something
Bog
about
Beach
it.
Terror?
Like that,
Yeah. So
Bodum
it's-
did something called Bodum Beach Terror once.
No, it's oh no, we got like swimsuits, bikinis.
Oh, shit. Oh,
beach
all right.
towels,
We
fucking
got
wireless
it all.
speakers. We got it all, man. Go on there and kit yourself out. Go to the beach and show off like some fucking bloody severed heads. and
Yes.
shit. Towel, fucking represent, yo.
Do you guys have any physical tickets yet?
Yes.
You do? Okay.
Yep.
Well,
Yes, we do.
'Cause I'm thinking
They all
about-
came in the printed out version where they didn't like break off.
so
It's
but
individual.
were they at least serrated?
Yeah, they're straight,
Okay.
yeah.
All right. Because
They
I'm.
just gave us a big.
Yeah, like well, you gotta cut them out yourselves. No,
I
I'm.
feel like that is like accidental.
I'm definitely obviously gonna get one, but I was actually thinking about maybe getting a couple more at some point soon, and maybe doing like a giveaway or something.
Giveaway.
Yeah.
Oh, it's fine.
So
Yeah.
I like that.
yeah.
So cool. Yeah, that is that's time for me. I am got other things
date.
that I gotta do tonight. So
Schlimberg.
I don't really refer to them as things. They don't even listen to this show.
Snoozy bougies.
So
Oh, that'd be funny if they're like, "Hey, will you check out your podcast?" Hey, you were talking about the Batman. We love that movie.
You know, it would be great.
I'm actually just gonna blip, before I upload this, I'm just gonna blip every part of this.
Cue the
so
ad
that you guys-
read now.
Yeah,
Real good.
it's real good.
Like a Steve O. You know that? You know what's really great?
Yeah, dude.
Whenever I'm sitting at home trying to find something to watch and I can't decide what to do, I use the Real Good Roulette on the Real Good app. Lets you select any movie that you want based off your preferences, IMDb rating, and the user ratings on Real Good. Real Good. It's real good.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, there
You
you
got
go.
that a little too memorized.
Squarespace.
If you think that I don't practice it to record,
Manscaped.
It's one of the Manscaped, bro. Get at us, fucking Dr. Squatch.
Yeah,
get at
get
us.
at
I
us,
want
dude.
some fucking
I have
discount
I have
codes,
so
bro.
much
I use
fucking
you guys.
Squatch soap right now. I could do my own giveaways right now. Every time they're like, "Hey, we did Batman," I'm like, "I'll take 3." Hey, we did Star Wars. Send me 2, 1 to collect.
want the sand.
I want to smell like Obi-Wan.
I love that their Darth Vader soap has sand in it because it's coarse and it's irritating. It gets everywhere.
It gets everywhere.
That is one of the most misunderstood parts of the prequel trilogy. Because Padme is sitting there talking about how everything is so great and roll around in the sand to dry off. And all she's doing is talking about sand. You know what Anakin remembers of sand? Being a motherfucking slave and having his slaves fucking sandstorms. So when she's bringing it up and he said it's coarse and rough and irritating and it gets everywhere, he's saying, fuck you, bitch, you were never a slave.
I have opinions on everything about Star Wars.
Triggered.
There's certain things about Star Wars that I legitimately care less. if
This
they happen.
this controversial moment was brought to you by Lost in the Bog.
Real good. It's real good.
It's real good. You know what else is real good?
Okay,
This
we're
movie.
we're losing it. All
we
right,
were talking
everybody,
about Batman and now
everybody,
we're just
thank you. So
forgetting
you one of the many things about Star Wars that can properly trigger me. That scene is one of the biggest ones because everyone talks about it like it's a shitty scene, but it is a fucking super important scene where he relays to her that her worldview is incomplete because she was raised in luxury her entire life.
Yeah, she had a silver spoon in her mouth.
And
or
then
whatever kind of
20 minutes
utensil they
later,
use.
she starts to see things his way by doing the whole fucking, I call it aggressive negotiations. Not bad. Oh, it's bad writing, but
Yeah, there's no doubt that it's technically bad, right?
it's
But,
bad.
like,
it's bad writing, but the fucking ideas are there and they're
Oh, the
well
concept
executed.
is there,
if you're
yeah.
willing to.
This
Okay.
This
okay.
is like
I'm done.
this
I'm
is
done.
like 60% of band practice for anybody.
Yeah, it really is.
Yeah,
Yeah, if that's ever
I've
wondered-
never wondered what Bog Wraith band practice is. It's this kind of
It's
conversation.
this,
where
and
I
then-
say something about Star Wars and Mike goes, "Are you fucking kidding me right now?"
Yeah. It's
so.
See, the best part is though is I get to do that, and then unlike most people that have those kind of arguments, I get to go have sex afterwards. But
Snig and
that's,
sing.
There it
Damn,
is.
he just called me maidenless on air.
maidenless. Okay, that's I'm tapping the final nail in the coffin here.
Yeah,
guys.
I'm about to
This
go
is,
play
this is it.
Elden Ring.
Thank you so much, everybody, for
Everyone.
listening and putting up with us and all that jazz. Again, check out the bogwraith.com, buy some merch. We're going to have those tickets up pretty soon. Oh, yeah. Multiverse Murder Fest is coming. Anybody else have anything they want to tell these wonderful people?
Check out Lost in the Dark podcast and Bog Talk podcast. When's this coming out?
This will be released on Friday.
Well, then anybody in the Lansing area, tomorrow is Oigs Fest 5 at the Avenue Cafe. Recorruptor. I think most of us will probably be there. You won't? You will?
I'm gonna be.
Fuck yeah. So will I.
I have
So
a bunch
yeah.
of coworkers that are going also. So
And yeah,
I'm gonna be all sorts of stoned because that's just how we roll.
be at the fucking show on June 4th in the Diesel Concert Lounge. It's gonna be nuts.
Be there. All right, everybody. Make sure to check us out. All the social medias, all that shit. And thank you so much for getting lost in the bog with us once again.
Yeah.
All right, everybody. We will see you next time.
Good night.
Peace.
Now, what's kind of funny to me about this in hindsight is I kind of feel like don't get me wrong, the movie's doing amazing, like it's huge, and fingers crossed for a sequel or whatever, or just let it stand on its own, like we talked about in the episode. But ever since we recorded this, and this was like a few weeks ago now, from the time me recording this intro and outro, I kind of feel like we liked it more than a lot of other people. Like, we really I love this movie. I fucking adore this movie. Put it this way. I saw it 4 times in theaters. It's 3 hours long. That's 12 hours. I've watched this movie for 12 hours. And it's it blows my mind every time I see it. I think it's so well done. I really enjoy it a lot. I really love this take on the Batman, you know, the year 1 or year 2 or whatever Batman. I think it's outstanding, and the boys liked it too, and we all enjoyed it. So everybody be sure to check out all things Bog Talk Podcast. Again, this one was audio only. You can hear the audio version that they released, which is slightly different, on whatever your favorite podcast platform is. Be sure to check out all things Bog Talk Podcast. Without further ado, that's going to do it for this episode of Lost in the Bog. Thank you all so much for watching. You all mean the world to us. You have no idea. Seriously, you have no idea. Let us know what you think of the Batman in the comments below if you feel like it. And without further ado, we will be back again very soon with much, much more as always. But until next time, raise your fucking horns and pay your goddamn heads. We love you all to death. Good night.
Lost in the dark.